how to upcycle an old rusty bistro set and make it look brand new. Now if you're out shopping for the summer at secondhand stores or garage sales and you find a piece of patio furniture that looks old and raggedy, you just need a nice can of spray paint and you can completely transform it and make it look brand new. I have my bistro set that my mom got me about 9 years ago, and due to weather it's all rusty and I don't want to buy a new one because they're about $100. This is iron. So what I'm going to do today is spray paint it with some Rust-Oleum. It's a multi-surface cover. Make sure whatever you're covering, it'll cover that. Mine does say metal, so we're good. And I picked this one because it is a rust prevention, and since I live somewhere where it snows and rains all the time, I do want to try to keep it looking nice for as long as I can. So this is what I'm going to cover it with today. Now, you want to make sure you are in a well-ventilated area. I'm in my garage today, and you want to make sure you have your surface covered because there will be overspray, and you don't want to ruin your floors or walls or anything. So this is, I've just got some cardboard, old cardboard that I had laying around, and I'm gonna just get started with this. You wanna make sure you're about 8 to 10 inches away while you're spraying. Mine is a multi-angle, so I can spray upside down or sideways. If you have something that's not like that, you might have to turn your furniture around. So I recommend getting something that is a multi-angle spray. It makes it a lot easier and goes by a lot quicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna get this covered. I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. Just wanna make sure you're doing nice, even motions across and getting it nice and covered. You may have to come back for a second coat, so try not to overspray the one area. If you overspray, you might get a lot of drippage, which I don't know if drippage is a word, but I just used it. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and then I'm gonna go back over some spots that still look a little uneven. I recommend that you let it dry for maybe just 5 minutes. This is a quick drying, but I wouldn't sit on it for about 24 hours. Because looking at this table, there's a lot of these swirly things, and now I'm not going to have to turn my table upside down and paint it from different angles. I'm going to be able to just whip this can around upside down and spray it. I think it's going to go super smooth and super easy. Also, I recommend, if you're not the best spray painter or you're not comfortable with it, and if you're painting metal or wood, get a textured spray paint, like a hammered or textured. because it will cover any flaws that you may make in your project. And if you're spray painting maybe a wooden or plastic chair, now it's gonna look metal, which will make it even look more expensive. And no one needs to know what your secret was. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Same thing, I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up, and then just go through and cover parts that I missed. Also, let me just say this, for my chairs I used 1 can. For this, I think I'm gonna need 2 cans. So I did go out and buy 4 cans for this project. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it area by area and work my way around. So as you can see here, this table has a lot of open holes like grates. So when you're spray painting something like this, you want to make sure you're going over it at one angle and then another angle and then another angle, so you're covering all those sides. This way it may look like it's done, but when you sit on that side of the table, it's completely black versus being on this side of the table that got spray painted this way. So make sure you're going over every single angle and you're like double checking your work and making sure that nothing got missed. I'm going to give this about 15 minutes to dry, and then I'm going to just go over it one more time to make sure I fully covered it. And if I have any left over, I might go over my chairs one more time too. So yesterday I put my final coat of spray paint on and let it dry for 24 hours, and now I get to sit and enjoy the fruits of my not so hard work. So go out there, get some old patio furniture, get some spray paint, and get your craft together. And remember, spray paint is your friend. Cheers!